Kirk Hornack, along with Bill Bennett with Lawo,
Howdy.
here at the NAB New York show. Have you ever been to this New York NAB show before?
This is beautiful. This is nice.
It's pretty cool.
It's a great scale. It's human
Yeah.
scale. You can get around in a couple of days as opposed to about a week, in Vegas.
I think I've walked half the hall here in just a couple hours this morning.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful venue, Javits Center. All the glass and the atrium and
Yes,
stuff. And
yes.
it's so
It feels
optimistic.
great.
It does. It really does.
So we're talking about
It's like with the AES show next door too.
Lawo is involved, as are other manufacturers, with the notion of virtual radio.
Indeed.
And you guys kind of got this started with the crystal clear console, and then the relay package for broadcasting. Kind of give me your idea, a little pie in the sky, a little future look. What does virtual radio mean to you, Bill Bennett, and to Lawo?
Well, I mean, virtual is a really neat kind of catchphrase that kind of talks about environments where physical faders go away, virtual mapping to screens come into play. It comes into having an interface that's designed for the workflow of the moment, not like hardware that's built for a particular function that can't change. Virtual allows you to remap things. It's software defined. Virtual in our world is software defined routing, software defined processing, and audio mixing, and of course touch interfaces are a big part of that.
So does virtual radio help imply that, we use this word workflows all the time, but that people can work outside of the normal facility?
Oh, completely. I mean, with virtual, it changes everything. Your studio isn't a fixed location that people have to go to every day. One fader can be a mic in that room, the next fader can be somebody's microphone in Tokyo, and your main studio can be in Manhattan or something. I mean, it really broadens the space, especially when you're talking about audio that's not baseband on audio on a per wire basis, but IP packets that are flowing over a VPN.
This sounds perfect for station staff that don't like each other anymore.
right.
I'm not going to work with him. I'm not going to work with him.
No more chair throwing contests in the control room. Absolutely.
So audio over IP is a big part of making virtual radio work.
Crucial.
Talk to me about what's Ravenna doing and AES 67 compatibility and all that.
So we're big fans at Lawo of AES 67 and the Ravenna standard. We find with the Audio Engineering Society folks came up with the standard of AES 67, which is a tongue twister. And by definition, it's a cross-platform open standard, which those standards, although they take some time to evolve, mean that more companies that adapt have interoperable communication between their products.
Maybe we, instead of AES 67, which is hard to say, we should have called it like Live Wheat Ravenna Dante Net.
Magic Wire.
Magic Wire.
Just made it up.
Yeah, Magic Wire. That would have been... Okay.
I have no idea what those other brands are you've mentioned.
I'm going to run right over to the AES convention next door and say Magic Wire. That's it.
.org. Let's
wait a minute. It's probably already patented or trademarked somewhere.
Yeah.
So cool.
Sure,
so can you give us any kind of a look at where we might see Lawo and this technology of virtual radio moving in the future?
So, I mean, it's kind of a hybrid approach. Obviously, whatever our customers want are where we go, right? I mean, we may have these really wonderful ideas, but if a customer doesn't want it, we're not going to go there. So we're evolving in parallel with their needs, but we do see with customer interest in studios that are changing to more like auto mix engines. We have customers that actually don't even have faders now in their studios. They have completely touchscreen environments for mixing. If they mix at all, they use auto mix engines in the background so they don't have to adjust levels at all. And they have play out and traffic systems that are embedded within one single kind of GUI user interface, and all of a sudden the studio changes, and you can have hosts that are on wireless mics walking around the studio on headsets, and you don't have to worry about a physical table anymore. And you can interact more with their guests, and it becomes more human. The hardware goes away.
Yeah, I like that idea. I do.
That's my idea.
Yeah. Wow. It's a great future we're looking at, and Lawo's part of that. Thanks, Bill Bennett, for talking to us.
Thanks, Kirk. A real pleasure. Appreciate you coming by.
I'm Kirk Hornack at the NAB show in New York City.